Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here. It's a wonderful Tuesday morning. We're going to have ourselves a little bit of a team game to get this baby going today on the beautiful lands of reclamation. In the upper portion of this map, we're going to have our red Zerg. It will be played by JivaKool. His partner is going to be a blue Zerg. I do know that the red Zerg did play Zerg. This is our random player here. MrJefferson did play random, so he happened to be Zerg, so it would be ZZ. And he plays for Team CaveB against the purple Zerg we've all come to know of Banjo. Playing for Team Copper still, I like it. And Sage still playing for Team Copper as well. He is playing as the Teal Protoss. So we're going to have a little double Zerg versus a Protoss slash Zerg here. Should be a half-decent map. Basically, you got both your naturals right below your main base, and then you have a gold expansion in the corner, and then, of course, your standard expansions throughout the map from there. So it should be pretty half-decent. This is one of my more enjoyable maps to watch here. And we do have the good old scouts by JivaKool, by Banjo, by Sage. We have scouts everywhere on the map here. Doesn't look so far like we're going to see any form of cheese by no way, shape, or form. But we do have a 6 pool coming out, so maybe we will actually there. Bite my tongue. We are actually going to see some early pools. JivaKool just a little bit behind on that pool, but that's quite fine. We'll see whether or not these guys are going to be prepared for it. Looks like just a pretty standard build for Sage, so he may not be ready for it. And, of course, it looks like Banjo not even going, didn't even go hatch first. They're actually going right to a spawning pool at about 10, so basically 10 pool. So these guys could actually be in a little bit of trouble if this 6 pool works, and these guys get it pushed pretty hard here. And there we go. The dogs are ready to hit this baby here. Just kind of curious what our APM is. Pretty standard. Do like to see that here. We'll keep the good old proto tab up here, see what else we can see coming in here at spawning pool 4. Banjo is just going to finish up here very, very quickly. Dogs moving out across map for MrJefferson. And here the same, we are coming out with a drone as well for a good man of JivaKool. So Sage will be the first to see exactly what's going on here. He's got a nice wall off there, which is definitely going to help him out here. And it looks like these guys are going to right for Banjo, which is probably the best move here. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Sage doesn't even have anything to protect him with. I can't imagine this is going to go overly well for him here. We are going to get the dogs right to the base here. Now, we need to get JivaKool in there as well here to try and support this, try and get any of those drones that try to escape here. And he's just going to turn right on the dogs. Probably a good move here, but at the same time, JivaKool is getting in the base here. And this is definitely going to be big trouble for him here. He's going right for the spawning pool, going for the kill on anything that Banjo could happen to build here. And Banjo loses every single one of his drones there. And it does look like our good man JivaKool is going to follow it up as well. In the meantime here, Sage, I would have to imagine, is getting a mothership core out right after this cyber core comes down. And of course, cyber core is going to be a little bit off here. Not really going to help him much here. They definitely were not prepared for this, but he has the cannon up at the very least. So it looks like Banjo is pretty much out of this game. I can't picture him coming out of this very decently, but he did get a couple spine cores in the back, so that definitely will help. It's going to be a very, very slow build for him to rebuild all this, but at least he can start rebuilding. I don't know why these guys keep sending dogs up the ramp. I don't know what they expect to do. Good thing he actually stopped that time. I was going to get a little bit worried about him. So he does stop at the bottom of the ramp. Do they have anything else? No, this is basically pool all in. Oh, no, we do have good man, MrJefferson. He is teching out of it. Very, very smart man there. But in the meantime, his partner, he needs to start doing something. He's apparently going to stick straight to dogs. May look to expand, I would have to imagine here. Overlords are coming around here for MrJefferson. Make sure they know exactly what's going on. Because their only big worry right now at this point is Sage. But they do need to try and keep Banjo, try and keep him down. But at the same time, with this amount of spine crawls, it's tough for them to get in unless they really commit to a lot of dogs or maybe push some roaches in here. But by that time, Sage is going to have an army out. And Banjo could be somewhat rebuilt enough to fend it off by that time. But of course, spawning pool will slowly finish off here. Good placement of that spine core. He doesn't quite have enough room. It's just perfectly positioned that he can't actually get any one dog even in to attack that spawning pool here. But in the meantime, it looks like JivaKool has a plan. He's got a drone coming down here. Is he going to build a hatch here, or is he going to build a spine crawler? I don't think he can build either or, can he? I guess he's got to build a hatch. Or he just kind of wants to sit down here and kind of stare. I'm not entirely sure what his plan with this drone is here. I'm very, very curious. Oh, apparently you can. I didn't realize that you could build on the other guy's creep. Oh, there you go. Learn something new every day. So he is actually going to get down that spine crawler here, which is going to be very annoying. It should be able to take out that spawning pool. Yeah, I don't really think he's got a choice. He's just because the spine crawlers don't have enough health to even go 2-on-1 on it there. He'll probably end up taking out both his spine crawlers before they even get down. Unless he gets in range in time here. He's trying. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll be very, very close. In the meantime, he has expanded, so very good job by JivaKool. And he is also getting out his own evil chamber, so going to start getting some upgrades as well. Over here, it does look like we have a lot of gas. Yeah, no roach warren, no expansion. Not entirely sure what he's pumping the gas. Maybe looking to get a few mutas out. Not entirely sure. But there we go. Now this minecart is out. Going to start doing some damage with it here. Over here it does look like Phoenix is on the map for Sage. Good move there. And we'll definitely help them clean up these few overlords that are sitting around here. And he's going to go right into an oracle. Yes, very good move there. Very, very smart out of Sage. In the meantime, I'd have to... Oh, we did go right to layers. So yes, he is probably going to go right to Muta, which is the reason for the gas. Definitely might want to get that expansion out here. In the meantime there, good move by Banjo here, sorry. He trying to do it. There he goes. He's got the 2-on-1. Got the health down low enough here. So very good. Ends up fending that off, and they have nobody else left on the map. We're kind of somewhat back to even a little bit behind for Banjo and Sage. But at the same time, they fended it off very, very well, and they have allowed them to get right back into this game now. And we are also going to get a hatch over here for JivaKool. So both these guys are going to go hatch. I'd have to imagine that maybe they were chatting between each other possibly to get themselves out. Both of them go into Muta, I would have to imagine here. Also has the spore crawlers out, so he is definitely prepared for it. But at the same time here, it doesn't look like our JivaKool is prepared at all for anything coming in the air. So if it does get the Oracle down here, which is exactly Phoenix going to go down first, and Scout sees that definitely not getting into the expansion there. But at the same time there, where did he put his Oracle? I'm not entirely sure. Oracle disappeared on me. Here he goes. Yes, he's going to the right base here because this base has absolutely nothing to fend this off with. Or at least I don't see any spore crawlers out here. So he's going to just wreak havoc on that mineral line if he chooses to go up and engage it here. In the meantime here, let's take a look at what Banjo has accumulated for himself here. Basically the spawning pool, but he's trying to get that droned up. Has 11 drones working off those minerals right now. And there we go. Maybe might be a little bit late on that spore crawler. At this point, Sage needs to get in there before he gets that spore crawler up here. Otherwise, he's not going to do too much damage. In the meantime there, he is preparing for a drop as well here. Very, very good move there. I think Spore Crawler is actually going to finish in time, so I don't think that Oracle is going to be very effective at all. Definitely not going to be effective if it keeps hanging out over here, that's for darn sure. In the meantime there, he has got himself a couple sentries ready to go here. It should be fairly interesting once they do choose to attack here. There, finally, MrJefferson has got his expansion up here. He's trying to pump out as much gas. I guess he's decided to go Roach Hydra. Okay, there you go. He fooled me. I thought he was going to go into a Muta build, but we're going to go straight to Roach Hydra. His partner, in the meantime there, he is just macroing up like a madman here. And there we go. We are dropping down here. Another warp in comes in. He's got to pull all the drones. Good force fields coming out of him here. Zealot's going to work here. I did get a couple of those drones trapped in there, but they end up getting out of there. Don't know if this is going to go overly well for him as they do full surround. At the same time, he is delaying a lot of mineral time by doing this here. He actually did have enough force there. He pushed it right off. Now it is big trouble for MrJefferson. Not looking so good now. He is trying to get his upgrades out. Drones are trying to run all over the place here. He's got a few dogs out in the map here. Another warp in, exactly what he needed. Roaches are on the map now. That will definitely help him if he does some good microing with him here. Or if he does no microing at all, probably won't do him a whole lot of good. We'll need to get at least another warp in here. I'd have to imagine to start, finish, cleaning up the drones here. As he is looking to go down, and yes, they do fend that off, but 3 more Zealots coming in the back there from the mineral line. They basically clean up every single drone, and MrJefferson is in a lot of trouble right now. He has like barely any money, not a whole lot of gas, and it looks like Sage is going to clean up that part of the base here. So it is basically going to be JivaKool, the only one left, because I don't think he's going to be able to do a whole heck to rebuild this, especially with that lack of resources there. So that's not going to be very good, but at the same time, it does look like Banjo's coming down with a force now. He's got his dogs on the map. We're waiting for those forested dogs that Banjo likes to build. But at the same time, JivaKool's got too many dogs. He's trying to come in and fend his partner off here, trying to do the right thing. But I think there's just way too many Zealots there for him to do anything. Taking out the Spore Crawler. Very good job there. Way too many Zealots in there. They're easily going to clean this up. A little bit of force field, actually. Didn't really need it, but at the same time, why not? So we'll clean that up quite easily. So that didn't do him a whole lot of good. Like I say, MrJefferson built the spine car here. 70 minerals now. 1 drone mining. It's pretty much game over for him. I have to imagine he's going to be quitting this pretty soon as he has nothing mining off his expansion here. At the same time, he's just going to feed him some more dogs here. He does bring a couple hydras around this time. And they do clean up that spine car. Very good job there. And he's got him to where they pretty much can't surround him. Trying to go and take out this. I don't think he realized MrJefferson has no money. Of course, he won it. So he's going to try and take out that Hydralisk down here. A few Hydralisks getting a few shots off here. They should be able to clean up those Zealots quite easily. So they actually did a good job. Forces Sage out there, but at the same time, he's got nothing. I don't even think he has enough to actually build anything. No. I'd have to imagine he's probably questioning his partner, at least ask him for a little bit of money now so he can at least start to try and rebuild this here. So very good job by JivaKool to fend that off here. In the meantime, looks like Banjo has expanded. Sage over here is looking pretty good here. Temple Archives out as well here. So it could look to start getting some Storm going on the map here, or maybe get a few Archons. At the same time, we do get a ping as they are forcing their way out here. JivaKool with a fairly decent-sized army here. He's going to try moving this baby across the map. This could be a little bit of trouble, but at the same time, their Sage is looking pretty good. He's got enough guys and some more dogs coming out for Banjo, so they might be all right. It's going to be very, very close. A lot of pinging going on over here, and there's a few more dogs for Banjo trying to clean up what they can. But here comes a big force of Hydralisk here, and this could be a lot of trouble. They're going to go to work on that expansion first here, which Banjo never really got up and running anyways. But either way, they will end up taking that out quite easily. At the same time, he's got a few dogs over here, but they really don't want to engage those Hydralisks there, and they're going to move their way out of there. Very, very smart move by Banjo. In the meantime, there it does look like up here he is trying to get this rebuilt. Yes, so he did get the money to do so. So he is rebuilding slowly as MrJefferson. Very good job. But we're moving right in on Banjo now. They're going to try and go to work on the few little spine cars that does have remaining. This could be a lot of trouble for Banjo one more time. Not good. Banjo is getting picked on a lot here. Wowzer, this is not going to go good as he might lose his main hatchery and really doesn't want to do that, and I don't think there's anything they can do about it. That is pretty much it for Banjo. I can't imagine he's going to come out of this very well as he really has nothing left other than a few dogs, which he is using to the best of their ability, trying to take out what they can down here on the expansion. Few Hydralisks end up coming out here. They'll clean up a few of those dogs, and very good job there, but they bring in some more reinforcements, and there we go. Should easily be able to clean up this base of JivaKool. In the meantime, there, JivaKool forced to retreat. Feels like he has done his job, though, as he has basically taken out Banjo here. Banjo has enough money to try and keep rebuilding this, so I'd imagine that's going to happen pretty quick here. Hydralisk sitting outside the base of Sage here, so they will try and get that damage done if they can. In the meantime, their Sage has brought some more Zealots down the other end. He's trying to clean this up of what he thought he had cleaned up, but now he's going to have to go to work one more time and try and finish off what is left over here. Spinecar did try and go down. That did do a lot of good. Oracle did go down over here. That will try and clean up what they can as well. These Zealots are just wreaking havoc on the base here. In the meantime, their Banjo's also helping with the dogs there. They're going to chase down those few remaining drones that are trying to get out of there. And over here, we do have a few more Hydralisks. They're trying to go around, make sure the gold expansion wasn't taken. Very good scout there. And there we go. It does look like a hatchery is ready to go down over here. JivaKool trying to get a macro hatch, it looks like here. And he does end up getting it off here. Fends off that. Very, very well done. But at the same time, his partner, MrJefferson, is going down big time to the Zealots of Sage and the dogs of Banjo. And that should pretty much be it for this man here. This does not look good at all. MrJefferson, I can't really picture him coming out of this one now. He did try and get rebuilt once, but this, I think, should be pretty much the end of him here. This layer is about to go down here. Does have the expansion out. He is trying to drone that baby up to get as much as he can. Sage is ready for that the second that they step out here. And also going to send some dogs down here for Banjo. He's going to make sure he can try and get out, but does not quite work out so well as JivaKool does get in there. And there's the Void Ray out as well. That should pretty much spell the end here. But we do have a lot of JivaKool units trying to get up here. They're trying to get this cleaned up, but I think they're too little too late as there's nothing left other than a couple evil chambers up here. So he does finish off what was left there, saves the two evil chambers. But at the same time, MrJefferson can't do much on the expansion. Once that expansion goes down, that pretty much writes the end of him. I have to imagine he will be quitting this game here. So we'll be down to JivaKool sitting on 2 base and rebuilding is Banjo. Very well done there. So it looks like it is very lopsided at this point. It's going to be a 2-on-1 matchup here once they get this hatchery cleaned up. And that should pretty much spell doom for these guys. JivaKool's got some pretty sick macro skill. He does have a very big army. And with those good old Hydralisks on there, they will be able to fend off that void quite easily. He's going to get his army back there. It looks like at the same time, MrJefferson has expanded off to a little bit of a hidden expansion over here. So very well done there by him. In the meantime, there, Banjo's slowly going to get this rebuild here. There's quite a few drones going there, 15 drones, so we'll be able to go to spawning pool and a bunch more dogs if we choose to do so. Banjo, in the meantime, get another expansion, a little bit of a hidden one, sitting way over in the upper left-hand corner of the map here. JivaKool making sure there's nothing hidden around his base here. Very well done there. So we will see if JivaKool has some sort of master's ability here to try and come out of this alive on the 2-on-1 matchup that we now have. He is pushing across the map. Probably realizes he's got to take out the Protoss on the other end of Sage. And I think that's exactly where he's heading as he is beelining his way over here. He's got a couple cannons, a few cannons up there actually. So that will definitely help him fend off that wall fairly well, especially if he gets a couple sentries in there. And he gets that storm going, but he also has some Colossi on the map here. So this is actually going to be great big trouble. Nice storms going down. There's those storms we expected. Very well done there. Also has himself loaded up with a few Zealots there, so very good job there. They're looking around for expansions, trying to clean up what he can for JivaKool. At the same time there, MrJefferson, he's got a few overlords going around, so we'll at least get some map vision for his partner, and he has rebuilt a hatchery at the same time here. So it does look like MrJefferson will start to slowly get himself rebuilt up here. Just like our good man Banjo, still looking to get himself out of spawning pool, so he can at least start getting some units on the field. And it does look like we have the expansion over here. Very good job by Banjo. Somebody else was trying to expand over there. That's not going to work so well. This drone will get over there, realize that is not going to happen. But he still has one evil chamber, so Mr. Jefferson, evil chamber, and a hatchery. And he gets a little bit of a drone transfer happening here, so we'll get a little bit of mining starting. At the same time, JivaKool with a very big army here. Don't know if it is going to be enough, as Sage has a humongous army, and with those couple Colossi in the back and a lot of Zealots in the front. And the Immortals, I just can't picture it happening, but hey, you never know. I've seen funnier. JivaKool's come back up here, trying to make sure that he's cleaned up the Zerg over here, which you will see has definitely been done. At the same time, there we are with the good old ping. See, JivaKool is sitting over here, just kind of relaxing. At the same time, their Sage is now moving himself over, trying to basically trap the army of JivaKool, because they realize that is really the only army on the map here. There we go, cleans up the one Overlord that was sitting there, and we are going to engage this now. We will see who has the more powerful army. That has a lot of roaches, a lot of hydras, but with those Immortals and those 3 Colossi in the back here, I can't imagine it's going to be enough here as they're melting away on this. Storm's going down, and they should easily be able to clean this up, but the Roach army has gotten a little bigger there. Storms end up going down. Wow, very good. Storms just stacking the Storms up there. Should easily be able to clean that up here. Very good job by Sage. Decently done there as he gets that cleaned up very easily, and JivaKool is basically down to barely anything again. So JivaKool now starting off from scratch, trying to get this all rebuilt up here, trying to force out a lot of roaches, getting a few hydras in there as well here. Also has himself an infestation pit, so definitely getting teched up. Very good job by JivaKool, sitting on himself on 2 base with 1 macro hatch. In the meantime, there it does look like we are getting a gas out for Banjo. Not entirely sure what he's doing. Maybe going straight to Hive or something, as we do not have a spawning pool out still. And his expansion still has no drones on it as of yet. And here we go, Zealots in the front line there, doing a lot of damage. Those Colossi are trying to get as much done as they can here with the Immortals in there. They're easily cleaning this up, and they're pushing on JivaKool. JivaKool's in way too much trouble now. Can't picture him coming out of this now. This is big trouble. JivaKool. Now we get a good game out of Mr. Jefferson first. Good game out of Banjo and Sage. JivaKool is not giving up yet, though, as he is going to sit here and force this out, but finally realizes it's just too much for him. The comeback has happened. Very well done by Banjo and Sage, fending off those early double 6 pool. Tough to do, but they did themselves a good job, especially on a split base. Very tough to do. So good job for Banjo and Sage. My congrats go to you. My condolences to you, JivaKool and Mr. Jefferson. I will leave you with this. If you've never seen an airplane in the sky, you've never flown a kite with a fishing rod, I can't imagine you've ever worn your shoes on the wrong feet. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.